Hi, I'm Eli Johnson, the creator of Mountaineers, a new block building strategy game like no other, and I'm going to teach you how to play. The board is placed on pieces of felt so that it can be rotated as needed, with the pillar in the center of the board. Each player will choose a color and place a pawn of that color on a separate corner. Each player gets the set of blocks corresponding to their color. Any blocks not claimed by any color are placed into the community pile, including the 6 white 1x1s. Now, let's get started. Your goal is to get your pawn from its starting place to the top of the mountain first. Turn order is simple. The youngest player will go first. They begin by taking a block out of their personal pile and placing it on the board. Then everyone gets to move up to 4 spaces, no diagonals. After everyone moves, or has the chance to, turn order rotates clockwise. There are a few caveats to placing blocks. The biggest one is no floating blocks. And you can't cover the tip of the pillar, or no one would win. And finally, you can't place blocks on the corners of the board. And that's the placement phase. Next, the movement phase. Here we have a special situation. It's Red's turn to move his pawn, and he is standing directly next to Blue. This gives him 2 additional options for movement. He could A, move normally, moving up to 4 spaces. B, he could push Blue. This would move Blue a block backward and Red takes his place. Or C, he could pull Blue. This means Blue goes over the top of Red and falls on the other side of him. Now, these abilities have some fun applications. Red could push Blue off a cliff, for example, having the potential for major setbacks on Blue's part. But of course, with great power comes great rules. You cannot push or pull a player into a block, or onto a block that is above them. You also cannot move normally before or after pushing another player. Now, the placement and movement phase make up most of the play, but we do have one major mechanic, the supply. Supplies are the most powerful tools in the game. They are represented by this token being face up. Everyone will start the game with supplies. They allow you to do one of 3 things, and when used, you flip the token over. First, you could place a ladder. This is the most important tool in your arsenal. It allows the player to climb 4 blocks instead of the usual 1. A ladder is placed during your movement phase. As you place it, you must be able to ascend or descend it. This means you must have a move. And once the ladder is placed, it may be climbed by any player. Also, if a block or 1x1 is placed on top of the ladder, it is destroyed. Second, you could place a 1x1. 1x1s are placed before or after any player, including yourself's placement phase, or before, after, or during your movement. And the third is a snowball. This is the greatest weapon in your arsenal. It allows you to push a player back from a distance, and can be used before or after any player's movement phase, or after any player climbs a ladder. Say I'm Red, and I want to knock Blue off the mountain. There's a steep drop-off behind him, so this is a great opportunity. I'd flip over my token, and since he's 5 blocks above me, I need to roll 3 times. You roll once for every 2 blocks elevation difference between your opponent and you. Round up. You must roll at least once. If I get 1 on any of the rolls, then I miss, and I lose all my supplies. But if I don't, then Blue falls backwards, in this case, diagonally. However, if I were to hit him straight on, he would fall straight. And what makes the snowball better than any other weapon is that I can stop someone from winning. If I have supplies and my opponent lands on the tip of the mountain, then I can roll my dice to see if he actually wins or if he falls backwards. And every player with supplies can have a go at it. However, you notably can't hit someone with a snowball if there's a block directly behind them or between you two. Now, you may be thinking, these supplies are pretty good, and they are. So you can obtain more by returning to the corner of the board and ending your movement. Marked with the same symbol as the token, any corner works, so feel free to migrate around the board without consequences. You are not allowed to hide your token, so whether you have supplies or don't, everyone should be able to know with just a glance. So that's my game. I hope you enjoy it. I know I have. And once it's your favorite tabletop game of all time, feel free to comment and tell me. See you later.